Peace family. Chef Joseph's Kick Sauce for Entrepreneurs channel. Back at you again with another video. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all who like the videos, your comments and stuff like that. Um, Much appreciated, much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can visit the website, chefjosephskicksauce.com. You'll see everything there. Man, I got a subject for you today, and I hope you're doing well. Like, I really mean that. Because what I want to talk to you about today is it's kind of like a twofold, two-sided conversation. Because one, it's a conversation that you don't hear much of anymore. You know, when you look around, you see a lot of people that are, out to lunch. A lot of people don't know where they're going. They don't have a sense of direction. And I'm not judging everyone, of course, but the conversations I've had with people, the younger males, or not males, but younger people, excuse me, men and boys and girls, or younger adults, like, what are your plans? What are your goals? You know what I'm saying? And then, a lot of them just don't know. And God bless their soul. I really mean that, because though I wish I could have a whole net to catch everybody in and just at least teach them something to do for self, which is very important, because we're moving into a time now where you have to use what's inside of you, your talents, your gifts, things that you have been born with, things that you were born to do, things, your calling, basically. Which brings me to the title of today's subject. And the title of today's subject is, are you one of the 5% of the 5%? Are you one of the 5% of the 5%? Are you one of them? What do you mean, Chef? Okay, let's talk about the 5%. Let's take the analogy of a pyramid, okay? Let's use a pyramid. And it's wide at the bottom, see what I'm saying? And of course, when it goes up and gets closer to the top, it gets narrow. So let's kind of break that down, into tiers or levels. Of course, you got the bottom, let's just say 80%, 85%. Bottom, probably 80%. Like, that's the mass where everybody at, okay? I'm just kind of visualizing as I'm discussing this with you. And so 80% at the bottom, that's the mass bottom of everything. And as you go up, okay, you got 85, then you got 90, then you got 5%. 1 to 3 to 5 percentile up top. Where many dare to go. Where many dare to dream. Where people dare to go into those spaces. Oh, I can't go up there. Okay, so in the conversation last night, it was about a business meeting and promoting for someone that I knew, that's in the music field. And they were sending out information about the next meetings and stuff like that. And it was like, it came up, and I didn't bring this up, but it was like, Chef, not everybody like you and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all can do this, and y'all got this and that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't do all that. That's not for me. And I was like, yo, you just struck out. Like, you just struck out before you even got to bat. Before you even put the bat in your hand, you lost the game. You know what I'm saying? You literally gave up. You know what I'm saying? Though it may not be everybody's gift to be an entrepreneur or a business, but I definitely am a proponent, knowing that the Most High has given us gifts and talents. Everyone, that is. You can take some of the most artistic people in the world, that they can draw. They can do things that we can't do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't even like those labels or titles, because like, everybody has their own unique gift. You may take an artistic person, that can see things beyond what we can see. See what I'm saying? And so, yeah, they got like superpowers too. So you can't just count them out, is what I'm saying. But are you one of the 5% of the 5%? Let's talk about that 5. As you started going higher, transitioning from the 80% to the 85%, then you move into the 90%, You know what I'm saying? The air starts getting really thin up there. It does. And you know what? You got to have tough skin. That's the next thing. What do you mean, chef? Yeah, people gonna talk about you. People will make up rumors about you. People will say all kind of things falsely about you. You know what I'm saying? And then it may get back to you, and then you may feel a certain type of way. Example: I used to. I'm a master barber actually. Before I got into the food space, I actually had my own barber shop and hair salon. Well, really mostly barber shops, but I basically gave. I did the hair salon piece for a minute. It was like a little small investment to the community, to people who wanted to do hair, and which ultimately did not make it because they weren't serious about their craft. But I'm saying that to say that as a barber, I was doing something spectacular in the town that I come from. And then I heard one of the barbers that got a job with me cutting hair. He was like, man, I'm glad I did not listen to them about you. I'm glad I did not listen to them. And we was just playing checkers. I was like, what do you mean? I haven't done anything to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't bother anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they have anything to say about me? you know. But when I heard what he said, I was the type of person, I would go chase that rumor down. I would chase that whole rumor down and find out who said it. And guess what? He told me exactly what they said. It was a couple people. And I found and tracked them people down. Seriously, that's when I was a little bit younger in my thinking. I was probably, I don't know, many, many years ago. As soon as I got to those people and told them and addressed them, I ain't telling them where it came from. I said, hey, is this true? Guess what they said? That ain't true. No, I ain't say nothing like that. But I ain't want to blow homeboys' covers, you know what I'm saying? So just saying that to say, like, you got to have tough skin. If I had tough skin at that time, do you think I really would have chased that rumor down? Literally. Believe whatever you want to believe. Yeah, I was thinking about the Matrix. That just kind of dropped in us, as we were talking. That part when Morpheus told Neo, he said you can take the red pill or the blue pill. And if I got them switched up, then charge it to me. I don't know, charge it to my head, not to my heart, I guess. But he said you take the blue pill, you stay in Wonderland. You wake up and believe whatever you want to believe. It's the red pill first. Okay. You take the blue pill, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Right. So I'm just saying all that to say, people are going to believe whatever they want to believe about you. And as you start climbing up that pyramid and getting up into the 1 to 3 to 5 percentile, just know you'll lose many people along the way. Um, it is it can be very sad. It can be very daunting because you have built relationships with people, and you think that they were designed to go with you all the way to that next level, but not everybody is equipped to go that high. And I've seen people change right in front of me. People who you thought, not many. It's been a few situations because relatively I'm a phenomenal person. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my game, I'm on my square. You know what I'm saying? And I speak truth to power wherever I go. That's what it is. And I believe in entrepreneurship and helping our babies. You know what I'm saying? Before we leave this, once we leave, they need to be able to learn how to do for self. But I've watched people that were close to me, that change, and not because anything went wrong or I did something wrong or they did something wrong. Seasons change, feelings change, people change, directions change, life changes, you know, and it's okay, and I think that as you start going higher up onto this pyramid, up into higher echelon of the top 5%, just know people gonna look at you different. They're gonna look at you strange. They're gonna, you're gonna be people who be sent to you to figure out what you got going on. You know, the BS and the drama is real. You know what I'm saying? It's just real talk. I know for what I was into, like I can give you a list of people, employees, and unfortunately, a lot of them look just like me. Seriously, like all of them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a few exceptions, but really it came down to jealousy, and it came down to how did he do this? You could just see it in the movement, in the behavior. You know what I'm saying? If you're writing someone's check, you're paying them to do a job, there's no rebuttal. Would you agree? Hit the like button if you agree. Hit that like button if you agree with that. So if you are writing someone a check, you're providing a job or a service, then bottom line is what you say goes. You know, that's it. That's what you do. But I've seen that along the way, you know what I'm saying? And it's a very sad thing to see. But just know, you know, as you get into that 5%, the air gets really thin and oxygen mask will be required. This is what it is. Oxygen masks will be required. They will be required, and not many people want to put them on. They're gonna be like, well, I don't wear this ugly thing. What color you got? You know what I'm saying? What color is your mask? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to wear that. It's all big. That might just save your life. See what I'm saying? And so it's not about the outward appearance. You know, it's not about what's on the outside. It's what's in your heart. And it's the vision that the Most High has given you that will separate you from the wheat, separate the wheat from the tare, period. You know, and if that starts to happen to you, my best advice for you is that when you start seeing that separation, when you get on your path, whether it's a new job, whether it's a new business, whether it's um, whatever it is, just whether it's a new car, you know what I'm saying? You may pull up in the church parking lot in a new Benz or something. People gonna look at you all strange. Look, man, it's a twofold blessing in a way, because one, see, for one, it shows you who they really are. That's the first thing. And I would have to say count it as a blessing, because the thing is, now you know who these people were. That means, yeah, you got to detach. But the ones that still praise the Lord with you, you know, and happy for you and glad you got your Benz. You've been catching the city bus for 10 years now. You done got a brand new Benz because you've been saving your money type stuff. And those who clap and praise for you, you know what I'm saying, that's still by your side. You know what I'm saying? Those are keepers. Those are people, you know, that you want to keep in your corner. But just know and be encouraged that as long as the higher you go, especially if you're talking about business, and being a melanated business owner, a black business owner, trust and believe, man, you got your own people who hate it for no reason, you know? And it's like, it doesn't make sense, you know? Why don't you join together? Why don't you see, you know, how you can network? You know, and this is nothing against any other community. I'm telling you, this is not throwing that shade, but I live in this skin every day. I wake up with this skin every day, and I'm going to transition with this skin on me. See what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. So that's what I can speak for. That's it. That's all. No explanation needed. But but I want you to know that as you start getting on your journey and your path, you know, and you need to find that, by the way, then the air will get thin, which means it's gonna separate you. It's gonna naturally separate you and put you into that 5 percentile. Look, the women shortage, not saying it's shortage, you know what I'm saying, but like a lot of things are just not up there, because people they don't want to put in the work. I had a situation the other day, and I won't call his name. You know, like I'm still not gonna put this brother on blast. Gave him a spot, gave him an opportunity. Twice he burned me. Forgot to come to work. How you forget to come to work? And no call, no shows, all this stuff. I was gonna put him on again, because I let him go. Once he did that, it was a done. It was a done deal at that point. Boom. But I said, if you still want to do this on this project, whatever, let me know. Oh yeah, yeah. So reached out to him when things was turning around, you know, the weather, etc., and helped him tried to help him get on his feet. He's living in a storage unit. I'm not calling his name. It is what it is. He needs a certification or something going on. I sent him $65. He don't know that $65, though I did it from my heart, it was really to help him come up. See what I'm saying? So he can get a leg up. Gave him $65, right, on a Friday. So instead of him calling, giving me an update that Friday evening, hey man, this didn't work out or whatever, that didn't work out. I got to reach out to him and find out what's going on because there's other, wheels in motion here. He doesn't call. So, you know what I'm saying? So I reach out to him. Oh, the line guy was too heavy. The line was too long. And I set an appointment for Monday and I'll take a picture. Yesterday was Monday. Do you think he picked that phone up? Hey, win, lose, draw, chef, some didn't work, do not pass, go, I didn't, whatever. None of that was even said. None of it. See what I'm saying? None of it was said. Destruction to him. That's my words. Because, and y'all know, if you stick your neck out to help someone, that's what we talking about, the 5%. And when you in that 5%, you literally almost have to cut yourself away from the 80%. Really. Because that 80% will drown you. Some of the 80%, you have some who want to come up in advance. Yes, you do. But then you have a lot of them who don't want to see you advance. You know what I'm saying? And I think for me, I have it's probably, I'm not gonna say a love, for the lack of better words, it's probably like a love-hate relationship when I look at some of the brothers that I see that have potential, that you can literally go and offer them a job and they will not take it. I'm talking about the 80%. They don't want to take it. They don't take the job, but yet you go by there with some free fried chicken, guess what? Guess who in the line first? Thanking Jesus on top of it. Thank you, Jesus, I knew. But here's a whole job that could provide chicken on your table. Women, y'all stay away from brothers like that. But anyway, I'm gonna close this video out, and I just want y'all to know, are you, and it's a question basically, are you one of the 5% of the 5%? Because as you get higher, you won't have a lot of friends. You have people talking about you. You have people judging you. You have people going on rumors. That does not feel kind for people to spread rumors on you, and they don't even know you. They believe what other people say about you. And you know what? People like that are weak, and they need to be extinguished from your circle and from your memory bank. And you just keep pushing, go all the way to the top. I climbed from homelessness from the bottom to get here. No bank loans, donating plasma is in the book. The book is titled, He Came During the Civil War. It will be released, probably looking around March, probably about 6 weeks roughly. And then you'll be able to pre-order or however we put it up there. And you'll see everything that I went through. And I gave you a chapter by chapter breakdown on what would be in it. But a lot of that was like going through as a young man, trying to find my way. It's going to be a hell of a read. You need to know that. You know what I'm saying? And then you also see what was done to me to help push me into this destiny, which I've been talking about that. And but just know as you go up higher into that 5%, don't expect many people to be there. Don't expect to have many friends. You may have some that'll still stick with you. Yes, there are people that will stick with us in our journey. But just know, the higher you go up into the altitude, man, not many people can go there. ChefJoseph'sKickSauce.com. Order your bottle of kick sauce. Like and subscribe to the channel. I got to get my day going, but just wanted to come in and drop a note with y'all. I will tell you that I will be posting more videos because I actually did a whole, what they said on the football field, a 52 fake, but anyway, that's a play on the football field. But I actually rearranged my whole schedule, you know what I'm saying, which in a good way, which will free up my time and just do a lot of things like that, where I can focus on my creative projects, because I do have actually some other stuff to write, another book actually, 2 other books. And so I can't do that if we're frying fish and all that kind of stuff. I'm just using that for an example. So, but y'all be encouraged, like this video, but just remember, the question is, are you one of the 5% of the 5%? I'm one of the 5%. So, and I put the work in, and so will you. Thank you. Peace out. Like the video.